Is it working?
Supposedly. Supposedly.
Is it working?
It might be. We're going to find out. Always something, Nicole. Or isn't it, mystery guest? Oh, my goodness.
So can we see if anyone's asking questions?
There we go.
Yay!
Yay! Hello. And welcome to an evening with Off Grid with Doug and Stacy.
Are you feeling romantic tonight?
What's up, Ohio? Hey, guys. Yes, it's working. Can you hear us? Make sure you can tell us if you can hear us.
Sound okay? It looks crazy. Doesn't it look? It looks like it's a painting because of the light.
It's a Rockwell.
We have a... You guys need to see how we have everything rigged up in here tonight. We have what are kind of lamps are those like you use in the, when you're building something?
Everything looks good. Yes, they can hear us. Hi, good evening. No video or sound coming through. Refresh your screen. You sound great. Sounds good. Sounds good. Tony Peak. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Sounds good. Hello. First time I've caught you live. Howdy from Loyola University. Hello, Ron. You should get your strum stick pretty soon. Good evening. Ron's Leather, in case anybody doesn't know, he's Smith. Great. Hear you and see you. Hello from France. What do they say? Bonjour.
Southeast Kentucky, Canada.
All right, we're going to wait and try to get everybody in here, and then we're going to tell you guys what's going on.
Because we have lots of questions from a lot of people here.
It's a special evening with Off Grid with Doug and Stacy.
And then you guys can
we have a
even ask
special
questions
guest.
too.
We're going to announce who the special guest is here in a second.
We just had dinner.
Yeah, we just had dinner. A lovely, it's our 17-year anniversary coming up.
18 years.
17.
So some of you guys that watched our video a couple videos ago,
They all said 17.
No, we were married.
The overwhelming majority of people said 17.
That's wrong. No, it wasn't. The majority was 18. Okay, if you were born in December of 1999, how old would you be?
17.
18 years old.
No, you have to wait a whole nother year.
No, we were married in December of 1999. We were married 18 years.
17 years just in a couple weeks, a couple days.
And someone said if you were sentenced to 18 years in prison,
you would get out in like 10 because you get good behavior.
So let us know. I'm still saying it's 18, and he says it's 17.
You guys are a hoot. All right, we're going to check out some of this live chat, and then we're going to get into the evening. And you guys are crazy. We so crazy. Oh, man.
You like our music?
Oh, and don't forget to hit that thumbs up. You guys got to hit the thumbs up as soon as you come into the live chat. And if you've never been to our channel before, it's Doug and Stacy. We live off-grid in the Midwest. We live in a log cabin with no electricity, hence the wonderful ambient lighting this evening.
And our DeWalt light that we have in the corner shining against the wood cabin wall.
Don't give away our secret. And so we have fun. We talk about a lot of things on our channel, but basically how to live a more sustainable life and how to just kind of unpack from the rat race and just kind of slow things down. Enjoy every breath. Enjoy the stars. Enjoy the moon. Enjoy your spouse.
That's right. It's beautiful.
For 17 years.
18 years.
All right. So tonight we have a special guest, and we're going to introduce you to him in a second.
He's waiting patiently over here.
Yeah.
You can see his knee.
Yeah. So we did that on purpose. Like, what was that show where the guy always looked over the fence?
That was with Tim Allen.
Tim Allen, yeah.
What was that called, that show?
Yeah, it was.
What was it called? I forgot.
Does our mystery guest know?
Do you know?
Tool time. So, yeah, so he has something going on where he has a newsletter, and and he told all of his people on his newsletter that he would be with us this evening. And so they all submitted a bunch of questions.
We have pages of questions. Yeah, some of the questions are really good.
Oh, there's another STACY in the chat, and she says you actually spell your name right. Well, you could thank her mother and father for that.
I was really, I was going to maybe be a Leslie or a Stacy, but they picked Stacy.
And so they have a ton of questions that they've submitted. Plus, we know you guys are going to have some questions. And I guess, should we reveal who the special guest is right now, or you want to talk about something real quick? 17 years we've been married, and I still can't get a straight answer out of her.
Maybe when we're married 20 years,
maybe you'll straighten out.
Right. How about you want to do a question, and then we'll have our Mr. Guest.
All right, we'll answer one question real quick. So if you want to leave a question, you have to hit the thumbs up button, and then you have to write your question in all caps. And then we're going to answer your question. We're going to pick a question, and then we are going to roll into our mystery guest. And then we're going to talk about we have a big announcement later on in the show towards the end, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. Let's get, tool time. That's right. There must be a little bit of a delay. Hi, Bandana Grandma.
Oh, look at that. Their son was born. Look where their son was born.
Yeah, and he's 17.
He's not. It says he's 18.
See, he's 17. He'll be 18 next year.
No, it says he's 99 and he's 18.
Yeah, in September.
You're wrong.
Well, he already had a birthday.
It doesn't make any difference. He's 18. I'm right.
Oh, I don't know. We woke up this morning. I think it was like 20 degrees. So
no, it wasn't. It was freezing. We had snow.
Well, 20 degrees is freezing.
I know. I think it was in the teens. We had snow last night, guys.
It was like some little.
They were big, huge flakes. It was beautiful. I tried to video it, but
it wasn't worth anything. But
it was beautiful.
It was pretty chilly today. I'm working on a big project. I'm going to have that video up for you guys tomorrow. And
it's so cute.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys really like that. Then it's off. We got 2 more big projects we're lining up, and we're going to get right on them. So if you guys want to learn some building some stuff and check out some cool projects, then you will let us know. Happy anniversary, Tara Pnul.
25.
Man, that's our anniversary too, is this month. We'll have to come down and maybe go out for an anniversary dinner, all 4 of us. And we'll pick up our thing you got. That'll be nice. Have you ever thought of raising pigs? No. All right, so now we're going to, that was our question. I guess we got that one. Ice skating on the pond. Yeah, we could ice skate on the pond.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We had to wait until a few more cold days, and then definitely.
Isn't this table luxurious? This is a handmade table. It's a Western cedar. But today we're going to introduce our guest. We're going to scoot over this way a little bit.
No, there's room for him right here.
And it's Paul. You want to say hi to everyone, Paul?
How you doing?
Look right there at the camera.
The blue lights.
The blue lights.
Coming, and we invited a lot of people, as you said, from our newsletter. So I'm hoping that we had a lot of folks. We had many register and submitted an awful lot of questions. So we have fun night
so
tonight.
we have lots of questions. What happened?
Nothing. I just had to get rid of the music so we could hear.
No more music.
All right.
Oh,
we almost got a foot of snow and it's still coming down.
Wow.
Hi, Paul. Everyone's saying hi to Paul.
Say hi to Paul.
Hi.
He drove all the way here. Took him 4.5 hours, but it was worth the wonderful meal you got.
Absolutely. Lamb chili was delicious and the salad was incredible.
Yeah.
And he's waiting for his dessert for later.
Yeah. If in case you guys didn't know, Paul is the owner of the All American Sun Oven Company. He lives in Illinois, and his company is based there. It's a made in America product by Americans for Americans, well, actually for people all around the world. And he came down here this evening because he wanted to say something to you guys because it's the end of 2017.
So yeah, no, we just wanted to let everybody know that we enjoyed so much working with Doug and Stacy over the last 1.5 years, and got to be friends and wound up traveling together several places this year, meeting company and being in the same places a lot this past year. And I want to thank those of you who have sun ovens. That makes a big difference to us with what we do here in the U.S., but more internationally, and we couldn't do that. So we're just so grateful for all of you who have heard about sun ovens through Doug and Stacy and have obtained them. But we invited our newsletter subscribers to submit questions, and we have a lot of questions. I do want to let everybody know we had a huge number of questions, and probably 90% of the questions Doug and Stacy have already made videos on. So if we don't get to your question tonight, just keep in mind that all you need to do is go to the channel that you're on now and go in the search box, and you can find videos on
Let's save that one for Doug because he's really good at that one.
okay.
I'll wait for that one.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
But,
We want to know what a homestead homie is. I'll let you
What's
do
a
it.
homestead homie?
Where are you?
A homestead homie is anyone who sends us $1.99 a month for 36 months. Oh my goodness.
What is a homestead homie?
A homestead homie is just a person who actually watches our videos and who leaves comments and who might follow us on other social media platforms. I just had to take care of something outside. Somebody was saying there was some reverb noise, so I wanted to make sure we try to get that fixed. And you know, just somebody who hangs out and subscribes and is active on our channel and stuff like that. And actually, every single month on our channel, we give away a award to one person, and it's called the Homestead Homie of the Month Award. And this year it was a Layman's exclusive cast iron clock that they ship out to you guys with a nice little handwritten note. And so next year they're teaming up with us again for another
It's something different.
award. Yeah, it is
And
something
I
different.
love it.
So stay tuned for that.
Yes. Very, very cool.
Well, there were a lot of questions that I can sum up and just, you know, sum up in one question, kind of blending together probably at least 20 different questions. And that is, you know, what are the first three things you would recommend people do when they first start the journey at home?
Hold on. We're getting a lot of problems with the microphone, something staticky, they're saying. There's a lot of static and beeping noise, Doug. Okay, we're trying to get that figured out. Microphone is good. Turn that down just a little bit, see how that
Might have
works.
just been too loud.
Let's see. The mouse. Okay, we'll try that. All right. Let's see. Yeah, easy sideboard. All right, so let's see. Move the phones. Okay. Phones out of the way. Could be this one. Let's see. Try that.
Well, then you can't see it.
Well, we'll have to work around it. We're trying everything you're suggesting. Okay.
Is this better?
So, is this any better? Let's see. Still there. Sounds like someone is on a heart monitor. Paul?
No, I don't have a heart monitor.
Oh man, I don't know, guys. We try to
beeping?
We try to do the best we can. Let me try something else here.
We never had that happen before. Oh. Heart monitor beep.
Me actually. Close up there. That's the. All right. Yes, fixed. Perfect. Better. Much better. Sounds great. Yes, yes, fixed. Better.
Now give us a
We
thumbs
aim
up.
to please.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, so if you haven't hit the thumbs up, make sure you hit the thumbs up because we solved that issue for you. Hey, Al, yeah, got it, Doug. Okay, now, go ahead.
Just summing up a number of questions was first three things you recommend people do when they first start the journey.
When they first start the journey of homestead.
If you're doing it with a spouse or somebody, make sure you're on the same page, right? First three things. Is it still beeping?
Yeah, just move the phone again. I think it's the white phone. It's the phone. It's the phone. He hates the phones, like the phone book.
Well, why don't we move that totally out of the way and then move that up closer?
Put the phone back. All right.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Did you turn it off?
All right.
Now, did that work?
Okay.
You can move it closer. Why don't you put it on the table?
No, it's good. All right, so that's it. We got the phones out of the way, and we have the we moved the white phone. We have the Wi-Fi hotspot over there next to the computer, so we should be good to go. So some of the first things that we would suggest someone to do if they were
gonna go homesteading, right? Or off grid. First 3 things that you would do.
Read some good books, like The Simple Life and How to Live It.
The Self-Sufficient Life and How to Live It by John Seymour. That's a really good book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you get like your herb books, and make sure you're getting you know, there's a really good book called The Green Pharmacy by James Duke. I think that's right. Duke, D-U-K-E. It's a really good book too. But you know, getting books on herbs and foraging, and there's so many things just to kind of get your knowledge, to have it. Because I'm always under the thing, you know, we have the computers, we have everything at our access. But what if you don't have that? You need to have that tangible thing into your hand. So making sure that you have a really good, you know, library that could help you with anything. I mean, I get, you know, you can go to like flea markets and resale shops, and I like to get those old books. They're old books about, you know, like homeopathy and about, you know, working with your livestock, a lot of holistic things. And I mean, it's amazing the cool books that you can get. So I like to collect all those things and just kind of have a good library. Go on, that would be one. What else?
And one thing you don't want to do is rush into a bunch of livestock. You know, don't run out and buy 12 goats and 25 chickens and all that stuff. You know, just start off small, get used to your animals if you haven't been around them in a while, and then just kind of ease your way into it. You know, just
if you start like rabbits or chickens,
couple at a time
for the first thing. You know, something easy definitely would be. And what would be number 3?
Oh,
this is already provided that you guys already have your land, you know, and all this kind of stuff. Just like when you get there, make sure, I'm going to say it from, I'll do it from a woman's point of view, and you do it from a man's point of view.
All right.
That you have things, and I always say like gallon jars, half-gallon jars, mason jars, because you use a lot of those. Big stainless steel bowl.
All-American sun oven. You know, the Mason Tops fermenting kit.
Yeah, but tools, just like that.
Just ways to preserve your food
all the time.
and to cook your food.
Right.
Because you will be growing food. That's one of the main things that you do on the homestead.
If you need a canner, you know, I mean, all these different things are
cast iron cookware. Get rid of all that.
Cast iron cookware, right? Non-stick cookware.
Non-stick cookware out the door. You know, it's cast iron, ceramic, stainless steel. You know, stuff like that.
But yeah, invest in, make sure that you have, like when you're downsizing, that you just keep a few things that are good to help you cook with. Like I, you know, just do the cast iron pan, the stainless steel, and you know, some spoons and good knives, because those things are just so helpful, because basically, you know, that's what we're all about here, you know, preserving our food and then eating our food and hanging out. And so you need those tools. Those tools are very, very
There's
very
also
helpful.
a 4th one that's very, very important.
You didn't talk about what you need for a man. Your kind of tools.
You know, you're going to need to make stuff. You know, you're doing fencing, you're doing repairs. We did a couple videos on some tools you guys should have on the homestead, but just make sure you have good tools and they're in good working order, and that you have a place to actually use them too. We'll be addressing that here on our homestead pretty soon, moving out of a makeshift area and a little more place, a little more suitable for it. But I think the 4th thing, which is really huge, that people really need to do, like this could be a deal breaker, is to watch a lot of Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. Because we show you guys the successes, the failures. We have a lot of fun. Like we always say, that every video you watch of ours, you might just get one little nugget of information that you can take and tweak and then apply that to your homestead.
So maybe you guys will get a nugget tonight.
Yeah, because, you know, homesteads and the way people do things, it's not one size fits all. It's you get in there, you get the information, you do your homework, and then you tweak it and move it, and then you get it to a place where you're like, hey, that would work good for us. Yeah, and you got to be flexible.
Well, you mentioned failures. What would you think the biggest mistakes you made?
I think one of our biggest mistakes we made was
getting the alpaca.
But
you know what? It's not really a mistake, because everything you learn from it.
And we built an awesome barn.
We got a barn. We got fencing.
Yeah.
I was saying, what were we talking about before? And I learned a lot, because they, you know, I had like dehydration, and we had sickness and babies, and
you had to shear them all the time, you know, once a year. And for me, that was that's why I didn't get wool sheep, because I wanted to have hair sheep so I wouldn't have to shear them. And she wanted them, so we tried them, and then we had to shear them. I think the first time I went to the place where we got our alpacas from, and I actually helped shear like almost 300 alpacas. It's like, this was like the epicenter, like everyone brought their alpacas there to shear. So we did like 300 alpacas, and I came home and I'm like, man, I don't know. And then the second year, we did with the alpacas of Troy. I'll leave that video right here. And he came up and yeah, about his operation. And then he helped me do them here. But then after that, I was just like, these are just not, they're just not good for us. It's just not a good fit. So that's why, you know, we say, make sure you find a good fit.
The one thing I will say that's wonderful about them is their manure is amazing.
Yeah, but it's just basically like sheep. It's nothing more spectacular.
But I do like, this is just really weird, but alpacas have a very unique smell.
Yeah.
And there's something about their smell. Like
yeah, they smell like money.
But because they go to the bathroom in a like a localized spot, they don't just go all over.
They don't.
Well, pretty much.
They pick a bunch of localized spots.
But they're localized, and it does have it has a better smell than most animal manures. It's very unique.
Guys, be careful if you're out there and you're homesteading. The alpaca stories, oh, they all poop in one little spot. Oh, you can sell their poop. Oh, you can get a lot of money for their fiber.
You can. No, everybody's different.
No,
not for us. It didn't work.
No, but it's just, those are just sales points. I can bundle up the sheep poop just as easy.
That's scattered all over the place. Alpacas do it in one big pile.
Yeah, they're fairly pile oriented.
They're good. They're good.
Oh, he was going to get all this activity.
No, it's incredible. Learning all kinds of stuff about alpaca poop.
Yeah.
I like the way alpaca.
That's why we ate before the show.
Well, Eugene sent an interesting question. Do you think it's too late for me to get started joining in? I'm on the north side of 87.
Good for you.
My aunt is 87 going on 88.
Yeah, I could see her doing some chickens and living out in the country.
She wouldn't like to.
I mean, if she wasn't a city rat,
right,
I mean, if she was thinking about it, she's fit enough.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what? If you
What's our saying?
Live the life you love.
Yeah,
right?
live the life you love, but do what you can where you are. If you think that this is something you want to pursue, just start off with a few things. Maybe grow a raised bed, maybe grab a couple chickens, and then just kind of take it from there. You know, there's no reason why you can't be more responsible for your own food or have some animals around that you get enjoyment from that actually produce food for you too.
Right.
If you're 90 or 100.
Right. I mean, I work with a lot of people. I have a man who's 94 years old who is amazing shape. He would put a 40-year-old to shame.
Yeah, and he was that the prisoner?
Yeah, he was a prisoner of war, World War II. Yeah, he's amazing.
Great stories to tell.
No, and I mean, he could
great balance. Yeah. You talk about him all the time.
Yeah.
So
Elaine asked, do you get any harassment from local authorities concerning being off grid or even using water collection?
No. The number one thing you need to do if you're looking for land to homestead is to check your county ordinances and your city and your state ordinances. All of our homework, we can live and be free and do what we want to do, and no one bothers us, and we don't have any problems.
Nope.
No building codes, no permits, no busybodies, no.
Except for I did last week, got pulled over by the local policeman.
Yeah, she didn't have her headlights on.
I couldn't believe it, but it was.
That was totally the first time in 7 years we've been up here.
Well, they're just doing their little thing, and I was shocked because I pulled out of a little local, store, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But it was so different being pulled over by a policeman in the country like this than being pulled over by a policeman in the city. It was a very pleasant experience.
Yeah, so like our truck has the lights that kind of come on whenever you turn the key on. So when she got in the car and she turned on the lights, the dash is a little dimmer, but the lights are shining. So she just thought maybe she had their lights on. Well, when he pulled her over, he's like, you don't have any tail lights.
Yeah, he thought that he says they're totally gone. And I'm like, oh. And he goes, oh, they're fine. So everything was cool. And I went along my way.
Yeah.
When somebody asked, or Laura asked, how big is your garden and what herbs do you grow?
You can tell how big it is.
That sounds like wasn't that like a song? How big is your garden? It's, we started off with a 10,000 square foot garden, and we were actually plowing and disking and everything with a team of Belgians.
And it was miserable.
Yeah. So now we still have about a 10,000 square foot garden, but instead it's the area, and we use back to Eden methods, and we also use raised beds. So it's really less area for gardening, but it's the same area that we've kind of fenced in to provide food.
And we have a little greenhouse on there. And how many raised beds do we have? 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And there's wood now. He's going to make me another one.
Making
And
another
the wood,
one.
how high are they? I always ask you. 3 feet?
Yeah, a little over 3 feet.
Yeah, the raised beds I adore. I love them to death. Our garden is just, it's fabulous. I love it. It's really brought me to a whole new level of really enjoying gardening. And I really, it's amazing the difference because it's not labor intensive like it used to be. And it's much easier. And then the weeds pull out of the no-till or the back to Eden garden so easy. I really am very happy with it.
So someone wants to know if they want to jumpstart their garden without using a bunch of fertilizers. I would say spread down a good manure from a good manure source, meaning don't just run out and buy manure from some guy down the street who has stalls, because he could be feeding his horses all kinds of GMO food and all that stuff, or cows. So local, know your source of manure. Put falling now, get some leaves, put that down for some carbon. And then, just kind of let that set all through the winter, and that'll really break down and get
what
you
I
off to a
do,
really
I
good
put
start.
everything. I'll throw my eggshells out there. We put some of
Epsom
our
salt.
We put our ashes. I throw some ashes
we
out
do
there.
ashes
I mean,
from
I chop and
Woodchip
drop everything.
Yeah.
Just chop my weeds and just drop them, flip them upside down. I just put I put everything out there.
Yeah.
And then the herbs, what kind of herbs do you put?
Oh, herbs are my favorite. So I do tons and tons of herbs. Like I was saying earlier in one of our shows, I like to try something new every year. So this year my herb that I used was lime basil. And it had a very limey taste, and it was basil. So it was very summery and fresh. So I love different kinds of basil. So I'll do like purple basils and Italian basils and just try the different varieties of them. And I do thyme, and I have tons and tons of oregano. I love the way oregano tastes, fresh oregano. Cilantro is my other favorite. I always talk about cilantro because it's a heavy metal detoxifier and it's so good for you. So
And it grows really good.
yeah, it grows well. Yeah, it's a little, especially now when it's cooler, it's growing much better. And parsley, those are like my ultimate favorite. And it's a pepper, but if you dry it out, it can turn into that. Cayenne pepper is my other one.
And Cherokee asked while we're on herbs, what herbs would you recommend would help someone with COPD?
Cayenne pepper would be definitely one. Anybody, if you want to help your circulation, circulatory system, heart, cayenne pepper is the way to go. Putting it on your food. Like on my salads and everything, I love it. I put it on everything. Cayenne pepper is great. I keep it in my backpack when I go anyplace.
Well, we had a question that I was going to ask actually, but somebody else did. What got you started using your sauna?
Well, first of all, before we had started on our journey here on our property, actually, we were preppers, right?
Right?
We were. You just have to nod your head and act like.
So looking for confirmation. We had the bug out bags. We had the little mini
water filtration,
little mini rod and reel for fishing. I had it all in my mind. Like we were gonna have to hit the road, and we
would go backpacking, survival backpacking. I mean, we did all that kind of stuff. So we did all our research, getting the sun oven and all that. And we actually had the sun oven for a long time.
Probably like a lot of you guys
in
a box.
Use it. Yeah. We didn't use it when we had first gotten it.
Right.
And then when we were here, it was like, we got the sun oven. It was after the first summer we were here or whatever. And I'm like, we need to start using it. So we started using it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it was amazing. It is definitely something like when you talk about my top 5 things for us here on the property, living off grid, to have it, because I can cook and not worry about warming up my house. And especially if you guys are even living in the city of electricity, no one wants to bake or cook in the summertime because of the heat. So, and it gets your house warm. So I use it all the time. I dehydrate my herbs with it. I dehydrate meats with it. I make ghee all the time in it. I'm making eggs and bread, and I'm making, like, we call it a crock pot, for like a sun crock pot.
No electricity.
Because I can cook something in it, let it cook all day long, and then I can leave, and we come back and we have a meal. I mean, it's amazing. I utilize it.
But what first got us using it was that we just got curious about it, and then we really started using it, and then we just uncovered so many things. And we've even done some things that Paul hadn't ever done or thought about or anything, because we really like to push it to just kind of see what can it really do. Like we've canned butter, and we've done a lot of stuff like that. So It really is a
Yeah,
a
no,
very
it's a
essential
very
appliance.
for us.
Yeah.
I totally, you know, if you're living out, you know, and not to mention with hurricanes and tornadoes and
Yeah.
who knows what's
Just
going to happen.
just an item to
EMPs.
have.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's really good.
We
to
have
do.
friends that even had them that know us personally, and then they started watching our videos, and they were like, "My gosh, I have one of those in a box too." And that was Doreen, and
Yeah,
she got
she
it
always
out.
uses
Now
hers
she
now.
uses it all the time.
I know we've changed a lot of what we do on our homestead after the first time we got together and talked
Mhm.
and switched to fermenting. But Dale asked a question about fermenting, and can Stacy explain why she seems to only use glass containers for fermenting and for kombucha?
Well, because it's going to leach. So plastics, and even if they say it's BPA free, and
Why
all
is
that,
it going to leach?
it's going to suck into the food, into
Why?
the actual. Well, because of the how it when it's fermenting, the fermenting process. It's just
Acidic.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's going to leach into it, and I mean, plastic is just not good.
Yeah, we don't use plastic hardly for nothing.
Glass
around here.
is something, you know, glass has been around a long time. It's easy to clean. You can sterilize it. The thing with plastic is, you know, even if you think you can sterilize it, that stuff, other things leach into it, and then the bacteria, you
Right.
don't know what could go into your ferment. It's just not a healthy way of doing it. Glass is the way to do anything, to store anything. And I mean, I use mason jars for everything. I go and I teach classes, and people bring me their mason jars all the time because I use jars for everything. I store my foods in it. Everything goes in the mason jars. So that's why I was saying before, when you talk about things that you need to have on your homestead, you need these, you know, the gallon jars, the half-gallon jars. I mean, they're priceless. I mean, you really could utilize them, and I use them for all my ferments. You know, and even at home before, when we had electricity, I used to freeze my things in my mason jars too. They're very hardy when it comes to that.
Yeah, plastics are just not good, guys. They're even finding like salt that they pull out of like the ocean water and stuff that they use for sea salt are coming up with huge amounts of plastics in them, and they're just not good for your health. And
That's
so
why a
just
lot
don't
of
use
people are, you know, before sea salt, you know, it's
Was
good
popular,
for you. Well, it's so contaminated
Not
now.
anymore, right?
Yeah, better off to stay local with, you know, Redmond
real
sea salt,
salt,
real
Utah.
Redmond sea salt, or like pink Himalayan sea salt. Those are
Yeah.
very great choices because, you know, they're not coming from our waters, and you can't trust what's going on with that. Right
Yeah.
now.
So we had Lauren asked a question: how do you keep your animals happy, healthy, productive?
We have a good time, and we feed them apple cider vinegar, dyed tomaceous earth. They have good
They
feed.
forage, they get good exercise.
We
and
rotate their pastures.
Yes.
Yeah, and we don't really have any animal drama here, really, except for Smokey gets out occasionally when Stacy's on duty.
He hasn't done that in a while.
Yeah.
We call him Houdini because our horse can open gates. And
Only when she's around.
Oh, he does it when you're here too. Yeah, things always happen when he like goes out of town for a day or two, or he's gone for the day. Something crazy always happens to me, always. But yeah, other
you
than
let
that,
them watch Mr. Ed?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
watch
the
Mr.
talking
Ed,
horse.
you know.
Yeah.
Our puppy's doing really good. Faith is
yeah,
really.
she's gonna get up in a minute. I have to take her out and go potty, but she's sleeping.
Faith is really kind of turned into like a nurturing mother for her, so she's mimicking what Faith does, and they're learning off of each other, you know. So we just have a lot of good shalom, which means peace, on our homestead with our animals.
But here is something
does
for a
that.
lot of people. If you're going on a homestead, a lot of people are like, "Oh, how do you do it? How do your animals get along?" We started off with everyone being babies.
Yeah.
Except for we did have our 2 dogs. And what we did is we had a big dog crate, and everything we brought in, we would put like the chicks and the guineas, everything was little when we would introduce them, and the dogs would be around them, and just over time they got used to one another, and we've never had a problem.
Yeah, we've never had a dog eat a chicken or, you know.
And then you would monitor them. You have to spend a little time, and then they'll see it, and it worked out good.
And we love on them. That makes them happy.
And somebody asked, do you can food?
Things that I can: bone broth, tomato sauces are my big ones that I like to can. But and applesauce. But I don't do a lot of canning. Mostly it's those kind of things because then I could use those for other things.
And how do you get your water supply?
So we have a 3,000 gallon rainwater catchment system that I put in, and I gravity fed it all the way to this sink right here, and it works like a dream. And we have basically almost like a Berkey filter setup. I have a 3-phase filter setup under the house where the water comes in, it passes through the carbon and a couple of micro filters, all gravity fed, and then it comes right out of the sinks. And we have some shower stuff coming up too, so stay tuned for that. We have a lot of neat projects that are going to get done.
Oh my gosh! Well,
So you
it's
gotta
like
stay
stay
tuned.
because you know what? We have been here going on 7 years, or 7 years now.
No, 6 years.
And we go to a lot of Amish houses and we talk and we see how they're starting to do things. People have changed and they're doing things. And just last year, there was one Amish family and they had done something, right? And this is
Something.
they've done something with their shower. And, you know, I'm kind of glad that we didn't jump into some of the things that we did right away. And we've been waiting because now we're kind of seeing what really could work for our situation.
Yeah.
So even though we waited so long and we kind of suffered through it, and it really wasn't suffering, but oh, I have to get the puppy in a minute. So we're going to change this because of watching other people and learning from them.
Yeah, so when you get if you're starting out, she lay back down. If you're starting out, you know, just don't try to throw money at everything, because sometimes when you throw money at stuff, it really doesn't present a solution. It might even cause more drama. So just kind of take it slow, kind of suffer a little bit, and then just figure out, like, you know, what you could do that's low cost, but that would work functionally for you.
And that's what we did too when we first moved in here. I mean, we didn't have, we paid cash for our property,
right?
And
our house, everything here we paid cash for, right. And so that was a
we
drain
had to work,
on our
right,
money.
Right. So we, you know, some of the things like our doors and things, and now we
got cheap doors,
and that, you know, and we paid for it, you know, and now we have some better doors.
Yeah.
But it's those things that you kind of learn and you just kind of go with.
Yeah.
Well, here's a question, like a self-serving sun oven, but Connie asked this question: what percentage of the time do you use your sun oven? And then she has a comment: hubby won't let me buy one because he thinks we'd rarely use it.
Now, who's that question from?
Connie.
Connie, I hope you're watching tonight, and I hope you're sitting there with your husband. We use that sun oven.
Well, in the summertime, I would say 90% of the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
And even I cook with it, and I'm the husband.
He never cooks. That's the only thing he'll cook on.
You just said I never cook. I cook all the time in the summer.
No, not all the time.
Oh, and my chicken, who's got the best chicken?
All you do is put it in the sun.
Hey. But yeah, the thing is super easy to use, guys. A lot of you guys watching our channel might already have the sun oven. Some of the people in Paul's newsletter club, they have it too. But you know, if you're new to watching this kind of stuff and you're thinking about this lifestyle or just want to be more prepared, the sun oven is the bomb, and it's so easy. Even your teenager can do it.
You can
even
have
your 12-year-old,
your 5-year-old, yeah, just as long as you wear mitts, because it does get hot.
It does get hot. Yeah.
Okay, M, there was no name, just M, asked this question: we have debt and live from paycheck to paycheck. We live in a city, have no skills. Where or how should we begin? Sounds like us.
Sounds just like us. We had a lot of debt. We lived in the city, and we'd never done this lifestyle at all. And then we chucked everything. We sold everything and paid off every single debt. And then we paid cash for our property. You know, we had equity and we had some things to sell, you know, because we were just like everybody consuming all this stuff. So we sold all that stuff, pennies on the dollar.
Signing all the things that you want to have and get all that. And
it's worth nothing.
It is worth nothing.
Right.
That's why I say now I appreciate so much of these things that I need to use every day to help prepare food.
Switch out your wants for needs, and you'll see your life change almost immediately.
Amazing. Our life is so much more fuller. It's not just about having things. It's just about.
It's about 17 years of bliss.
18.
But yeah, we just say, you know, cut back on your bills. Don't eat out. Don't, you know, if you ever heard of Dave Ramsey,
and it'll kill you. Besides that,
just don't do it. You know, beans and rice and beans. You got to live like nobody else, so you can live
sprouts.
like nobody else.
If you're doing rice and beans, make sure you're getting your greens and make sprouts too.
So, let's see. Sonia asked the question: do you regret or miss anything?
Do you?
I don't. That's why I look at you all the time when they ask us these questions.
Do I regret?
Be honest now.
The first time, okay, you guys really want to know?
We want to know.
Because really, the one thing when we were kind of talking about going off grid, I said the one thing that I wanted was a propane refrigerator.
Right.
And
still don't have one.
Yes, I kind of might like that.
Well, we're going to build the root cellar with the ice house, and that might be fine. But stay tuned, because you never know what's going to happen around here.
Right.
But
so,
we are going to be doing some things, and you guys are going to be wanting to see it.
I can't wait. What he has planned. Amazing.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Well, Dan asked the question, what do you do for self-defense? And what are your most important natural healing treatments?
You do the healing treatments, and I'll do the self-defense.
Okay, go ahead.
You go first.
Healing?
Yeah.
So I have a arsenal, lots of different essential oils.
Yeah.
I have a lot of different essential oils that I use for things, but like colloidal silver, like my puppy has urinary tract infection. She had gotten it when we had gotten her. So I've been giving her the colloidal silver, which has helped. For pink eye, colloidal silver is amazing.
And you can make that yourself.
With livestock, I love colloidal silver. A lot of people were asking questions. I don't talk about it a lot, but I do use it.
Right.
So I like colloidal silver.
Arnica.
I love arnica for bruising. It's great for bruises and swelling. Oh my gosh, now see I'm on this side. I can't remember.
Cayenne pepper.
I love cayenne pepper. I use that for
aloe vera.
You can take cayenne pepper, like if you get like a coconut oil and put some cayenne pepper in it, mix it up.
Even coconut oil.
You can make a salve, and that's like the capsaicin cream, and you can put it on your aches and pains.
Mm-hmm.
But first test it, because you don't want it to burn yourself. So just be careful with that. But yeah, you can do things like that.
Aloe vera.
Yeah, that's for burns. I always have my aloe vera plant. I mean, they're just things that I have around that I use for a lot. And things that I do, and I need to try to do it. It's hard to grow ginger here, because even if I bring my plant in the house, I love ginger, and I usually have to buy it at the store. But I use ginger for a lot. Our lighting in our cabin isn't that great.
It looks fabulous. What are you talking
about? But to let it keep growing throughout the season, I would like some ginger. But yeah, I try to utilize, the most natural. I use a lot of coconut oil to make things with, and different tinctures. Elderberry would be my other one.
Elderberry is number one.
Yes, I love elderberry.
Videos right here.
We use elderberry for tons of stuff. It's great.
Honey, right? Manuka honey.
Manuka honey is like, I saved my little my Brutus, because he was all mauled. I save him. That's great for ulcerations and burns. It's good for if you have bronchitis and you can't get rid of it. You can take it like, a little spoonful a few times a day to help with that. It's like a little natural antibiotic.
Guys, everything
garlic,
you need for your body
onions,
is like all around you.
Yeah, I mean, and then here we go. If you talk about wild edibles, my favorites are like dandelions and lamb's quarter, milk thistle.
See, honey, all these 17 years we're so together.
Yeah, there's all this stuff. So there's lots of stuff. I mean, I could just go on and on and on and on and on.
For self-defense, we have one dog in training, but one killer attack dog who can get on it when I tell her to. And then we also have, your standard issue 1911s, double barrels, 30-30s, 5.56s,
slingshots,
223s, slingshots, bows and arrows, some rocks,
baseball bats.
We got all that stuff.
Yeah.
We just don't talk about it a lot on our channel. It's just not, it's not one of the things we want to personify, but we take our Second Amendment rights and the ability to protect ourselves most seriously.
How do you recommend people produce income?
Man, if you guys haven't watched this video right here about market gardening, I would suggest as soon as this live stream is over, or as soon as you watch this replay, you watch that video, guys. There are people out there crushing it with 60-day, 90-day crops, and they're doing 6 figures a year. So a couple who wanted to move off grid or move into the homesteading life and make money on their homestead, that is one super great way. They're just doing like spinach, lettuces, carrots, beets, and they're selling this stuff to chefs for people like, who have a big money. They have chefs cook their food, athletes, They also do the farmers markets, and they're doing 6 figures.
But you know what? Something like that, if you don't want to go that full scale,
you could even do 40 grand a year.
You could do anything you want. Just make a little. If you have one local restaurant that you want to produce, and maybe go to a few farmers markets.
That's it.
I mean, it's just simple.
It's
you can
all
make
what
it.
You guys want to do.
Right.
If you guys want to hustle really hard, and you can do that. If you want to scale it back a little bit, spend more time with your feet up, at your pond fishing, you can do that too. You could cut grass in your neighborhood. We've done a lot of videos on how to make money on the homestead. You can sell your livestock. We sell sheep, and we sell chickens, and we sell those kind of things.
Sell eggs.
We sell eggs.
Duck eggs are good. Chicken eggs. I mean, you can, all these things bring money in. If you raise bees, we have bees.
We have bees.
You can sell your honey, and honey.
So many ways. You guys just got to think outside the box.
Or making soaps, making salves out of,
lotions.
Right.
Tooth powders. You start networking.
Because
getting to know your neighbors.
Yeah, you get in there. Let's say you pick one thing that you like. I did a video on making clay and baking soda and some salt and some different things with it. Maybe you want to be the toothpaste person. You could make cute little containers and do it like that. I mean, you want to make your own deodorant. I mean, there's a lot of different ways that you could make
money.
You
could do a little bit of all those things. So when one of the markets is maybe cutting back a little bit, you have other things. So that's another thing that we would say is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Just don't be like, I'm going to be the crop guy and I'm going to sell all my crops and that's going to be great, because you have a total crop failure. Now you're in big trouble. So try to diversify your income, have several different streams coming in, and then that will afford you to live however well you want. If you want to live on the cheap side, you can. And if you want to really pump it up and go, then you can do that too.
Yeah, even like a business where you do sell nuts, like almonds and things like that. You can like sprouted nuts, and I know a lot of them, they'll do fermented garlic juice in them. I mean, you could go crazy because sprouted, do a sprouted nut business and put different seasonings on them.
So many ways.
Yeah, I mean,
just be creative.
Well, I've heard you talk about the daylight diet.
Yeah, the daylight diet.
Can you just explain briefly what the daylight diet is? And
I think that's Paul's question.
Basically, the daylight diet is you eat when the sun is up. If the sun is down,
then you're down.
Don't eat, because your body is winding down. Your cortisol levels are winding down. And when you eat, food is to give you energy. And when it's toward the end of the day, you're winding down and you're getting all this energy in you. And then you go ahead and you sit down and you just lay around and watch television and you're not doing anything. Basically, that's just causing oxidative damage in your body and your cells, because you're not doing anything.
Leaky gut and all that. Yeah. So what you guys want to think about too is like, how are we designed? So if you go back in time, as far as you care to research, before all this artificial light was out there, man would hunt and gather during the day. And at nighttime, they would relax. I mean, it was time to recuperate. And when the moon and stuff came out, it was pretty much time to go to sleep. I mean,
and your body is winding down, right? So you want to eat the bulk of your calories during your waking hours, from, let's say between 9 and 4 or something would be wonderful.
Well, perfect, right?
Well, when Julie asked the question, what's your opinion of planting vegetables in topsoil topped by several inches of wood chips?
It would be fine. We have no problem with that. You never want to till your wood chips into your soil. So if you wanted to use that as like a moisture holder or just something to keep the weeds down, you could totally do that.
And then what kind of lumber did you use when you were building the cabin?
This is a white oak, and it's not a kit or anything. We harvested it from the forest. We took it to the sawmill, and then I saddle notched it and put it all together. So this is a white oak, and it is very, very strong.
Very strong.
Termites, whenever you read about a wood and the wood says termites don't like it, then you have a good home that you could pass down to your kids and their kids even. And
you hear about people when they get mad and they kick the wall or punch the wall.
Don't do that here.
Oh my gosh, you would break your hand or your foot in a million places if you did
we weren't doing videos when you did that. If you guys have questions, we're going to start reading some of those off the live chat too. I mean, I was just letting them know to make sure you have them all in caps so I can read them from here. And can't hear Paul. Paul, you need to speak up a little bit.
Sorry about that.
Paul is kind of a soft-spoken fellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doug's not, so here, maybe we'll turn,
All right, turn the mic over this
turn the
side.
mic
Sorry
all the way
about
over there.
that. And you know, how do you start on the main? How can you get started if you cannot leave the place you're in and start over again?
I mean, just do what you can where you are. So whatever you think you can do there, start doing it. So if something came up to where you could change your location, you would have some of those skills already built in.
It's just learning the skills. Like I would start learning to can, I would start learning to ferment, I would start
Grow some tomatoes on the patio, whatever space you
make
have.
sure getting some seeds and that you know that you have seeds stocked up that you could grow somewhere on the patio or on your windowsill. Yeah, and just learning, getting some books and just learning.
And can you use in compost lumber to make raised beds?
Compost lumber?
Yeah, I think she means like the material that like for decking the, you know.
No, composite.
Composite lumber.
Yeah, I wouldn't use composite lumber for our raised beds. I mean, you're welcome to do what you can. There's a lot of chemicals in composite lumber. We don't use actually any treated lumber really. We do use maybe some braces, but that's it. Just a little thin piece to hold the boards together on the corners. Other than that, we're using cedar. Cedar is one of the best woods that you can use.
And it smells good.
Yeah.
And Lisa asked, in your opinion, what would be good animals for a woman homesteader?
Whatever, you know, whatever you like. I mean, it could be anything. It could be if you really have a passion for goats, then goats. If you like Angora rabbits, it would be Angora rabbits. If it's chickens, it's chickens. If it's turkeys, I would do what you enjoy, what animal you enjoy. But chickens are always like a gateway. Chickens are always
That's
good
what
if
they
you like
say.
chickens.
I think they're getting a bad rap on that.
But you know, some people don't like chickens, so then try something else. I mean, there's so much. Maybe you just want to start with a horse.
Yeah.
You know, it just would just pick. But I wouldn't go and do a whole bunch. Like when we started, our first thing was chickens. So we got the chicken coop and we started with chickens. And it was a nice transition with the dogs and everything. We started with chickens and then from there it just went. But I love guineas. That's my favorite. I love guineas. So
can I use a sun oven indoors in a greenhouse or in a southern facing window?
No, unfortunately, the sunlight will. I mean, the
Diffuse
glass will diffuse it, and if you have in a greenhouse, you could possibly dehydrate in the sun oven.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't get temperatures that would be enough to be able to cook it.
Right.
yeah, because you need lower temperatures to dehydrate.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 3 children grown, and we have 3 grandchildren. How much do you barter compared to how much you produce? Oh, I don't know. I mean, we barter
produce
some,
a lot.
and we
No,
produce
a
a
lot.
lot.
We produce a whole
Way more
lot
than we barter.
Yeah, the mostly things I barter for would be like my milk.
Yeah.
Sometimes cream or butter, because you know, things like that.
And some sewing.
And so yeah, sewing and things like that. But and then because I give them rides and Amish rides and but yeah, it'd be a much higher percentage of us we produce here.
We've had our grandkids on the videos. I think our daughter might have been on the video, but our sons aren't on the videos for personal, private reasons. And they don't live around here either. My daughter does. Our daughter does, and our grandkids do, but the sons don't. Stacy is right about that.
What am I right about? Do you remember?
Everything, honey. 17 years, you've never been wrong.
18.
Well, I guess if somebody, I know most of the people who have joined us from our newsletter are familiar with the sun oven, but if somebody wasn't familiar with the sun oven, and I know we'll be announcing something in a few minutes about that, but what would you suggest as the easiest things to cook in the sun oven? Just getting started using it. I mean, when you first got it out of the box, what were the first things you did with it?
That's a good question. I don't even remember. Paul.
Definitely.
No, I made dessert. I made brownies.
Yeah,
something.
but definitely.
I made dessert.
Like you could put a whole chicken in there, and then the carrots and the potatoes. That is the easiest.
Yeah,
thing.
Chicken.
I can double stack that, put it in there, do chores all day long, even when she's not here, and then I'll have a meal at night or when she comes home, and we'll be ready to go.
A whole chicken in there is
it just
phenomenal.
melts off the bone. That is if you want to get started on a meal, that would be.
And
a
I
really
like
good
rice in it. I love rice in it.
Yeah, was there a question
about rice?
Yeah.
That. Where I can find it right now.
We cook rice all the time.
I think it was about the different temperatures.
The winter. Cooking rice in the winter.
Yeah, I would just let it cook
Yeah.
longer. I would just let it cook longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was just making ghee the other day in it.
I would like to see a video on making butter. All right.
Oh, making butter.
Yeah. Do that. We have a butter churn and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we just whip it right up over here.
Easy, easy.
All you need is cream and a good hand. And then you get butter. Let's see. Okay, if you guys got a question, we're going to read some of the live chat questions. And then we're going to talk about the announcement, which is kind of cool.
And then maybe if the puppy wakes up and she hurries up and goes potty, you can see her.
Yeah, we do feel that time has slowed down since we went off grid and became homesteaders. We see the nighttime stars. We see the moon. We know what direction the wind's blowing. And if it's blowing from the north, that can mean weather changes.
Oh, you're definitely connected with nature.
Totally cued in. We're walking barefoot. It's just we're in whole different mindsets than we were 6 years ago when we lived in the city.
Do you know that story, Tarzan? You know the story, Tarzan?
Well, I used to watch the show.
Tarzan. Tarzan.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, when they brought him into the city and he had to wear regular clothes and all
What about
that,
King
but
Kong when they brought him into the city?
Same thing. So I really feel like that. Sometimes, like you'll go in and it's like you want to get home and just rip your clothes off.
Well, hey, I know that's right. 17 years, baby.
So it is, when you get out of here, you feel so free. Mindset. Yeah, totally. And you're so in tune with nature. It's amazing.
Bread in the sun oven is the best. That's Debbie Pettigrew. She lives in Florida. She bought a sun oven too. She uses it a lot, watches our videos, makes all that stuff. She really enjoys it down there. And then for her in Florida too, that's a great place to own a sun oven. We're going to be doing a lot of cooking over this winter. We're going to show you some cooking on that because a lot of people question whether it can be done or not. Bandana Grandma. Everybody, in case you guys don't watch Bandana Grandma, she's just a nice old gal, and she's about to hit 3,000 subscribers. Now, she might have went over, since I'm saying it right now, because I didn't check before we went on the air, but she needed like 1 or 2 more subscribers to hit 3,000, and then she was going to have a giveaway. So if you guys haven't watched Bandana Grandma, maybe go smash her channel, check her out, and if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and tell her you're Homestead Homies and you came over to give her a look-see-loo, because she wants to hit 3,000 subscribers and she's going to have a giveaway. So there you go, Bandana Grandma.
So one of the things that was really exciting to look at, because so many people have gotten sun ovens this year, we looked at what could we do that was really special for the people who subscribe to our group with them.
Uh-oh, this is the big announcement.
And so what we put together is a special edition of the sun oven, a unique package with the sun oven that's got some extra things in it, and it's actually got a picture of Doug and Stacy on the sun oven itself, and we call it the Doug and Stacy edition, ironically.
Wow.
And so we've had hundreds of people get sun ovens this year, and I think your followers have been more active in getting them out of the box and using them because you've showed them so many different ways to do that. So we have added to the sun oven. It will come with all the pots, stackable pots and bread pans, and come with the water pasteurization indicator and the dehydrating kit. But in addition to that, the Doug and Stacy edition has a hanging turkey roasting rack. And some of you may have seen the video we made here last summer on making the turkey in the sun oven. It's really delicious, as well as Stacy has taken several of her favorite recipes and put them into a book, a little booklet, and we include this booklet with the package. So these are things that are really a value and add value to the whole package. And there's a significant discount on the package if you buy the Doug and Stacy package. So just go to sunoven.com /backspace Doug and Stacy and backslash. And when we post a replay of this, there'll be a link to that, and you can take advantage of it. If anybody's looking for something to get for Christmas, if you ordered it within the next week, we do have them in stock, ready to ship for Christmas, and we have several pallets of Doug and Stacy ovens all ready to go. So when people order for Christmas, they could still get them if somebody wants to get it as a Christmas gift.
You guys hear that? If you've been waiting to get your All-American Sun Oven, if you're on the fence, there's now an Off Good with Doug and Stacy edition that gives you some extra stuff. And also, Stacy threw in a little, how many recipes? 5, 10?
I don't know, I think there's 6 different recipes.
Yeah, that we put in there. So you guys are
for
always
different
asking
times
about
of
our
the year.
recipes.
Yeah, so it's, I mean,
Man.
yeah, so it's neat. So if you're you're looking into maybe getting one, you're getting all the extra things like the turkey rack is really cool and all the little extra things that you have in the pots and pans and things. It's a neat little thing.
Seriously, layman's, and we talked about how when we started our journey, we were getting the layman's catalog, and we would go through and we would check off things that we wanted to get for our homestead, and then we were at layman's, like doing a meet and greet, right? And like now we're teaming up with them and doing things, and like so here we are too, right? We got the Sun Oven, we started using it, you know, we got connected with Paul, and now there's an Off Good with Doug and Stacy edition of the Sun Oven. Follow your dreams, guys. Live the life you love, you know what I mean? And just see what happens. I mean, this is, I can't believe it. Did we get one?
Yeah.
My Sun Oven is I really.
It's a prized possession.
But I'm gonna have to say, my Sun Oven, the one that I use all the time, it's got a lot of love to it.
It's battle
and
scars.
it really, but it still cleans up good, and that's what I'm saying. You know, it carries easy like a little suitcase.
Yeah.
It goes through everything. It's been through everything. It's had things exploded in it. It's been knocked over. It's been caught in the rain, and it is still works and looks great. So I can't say enough about it.
Yeah, we love it. And you guys know we do. We've done tons of videos about it. And if you ever wanted to get one, now's a great opportunity because you can actually get one with our mugs on it. Stacy's cookbook and all that stuff. It's just really neat. And it's just, we appreciate that, Paul.
No, I appreciate all of done and appreciate all of, particularly the homestead homies who've gotten Sun Oven, started using them and told their friends about it. So,
and we see you guys out at the shows that we go to, and you're telling us your stories. That means a lot to us, you guys. You know, we're winding down 2017. It's been a great year.
And it flew by, didn't it?
It did.
How many people, you know, they say when you get older, time flies and it goes quicker, but
it's no joke.
I think it's going extra quick. Oh my gosh, it's so quick.
We just said time slowed down. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying it's going fast. We've been married for 18 years.
17 years. I can't believe it. Quit trying to speed it up. But we definitely want to say thank you. I know Paul said thank you guys, all you homestead homies and other people that are watching the show tonight that have purchased Sun Ovens. You know, it's the end of 2017. So we're saying thank you too for following us along on our journey. And, you know, we want you guys to know that we take any kind of endorsements that we do here very seriously. So we always vet the products. We really try to find things that we're going to use on the homestead that have multiple uses. And then that's when we bring it to you guys. I mean, we're not just going to be throwing stuff out there saying, hey, get this, get that. We just want to make sure that everything we use, that we touch, we use, and we can definitely say with a good conscience, hey, you guys could invest your hard-earned dollars in this product, and it will benefit your situation and your life. So we really appreciate that, and hopefully you guys understand that. Like Paul came down to almost 5 hours just to sit here tonight with us in this wonderful candlelight and basically say thank you to you guys, and also to announce the Off Grid with Doug and Stacy edition.
And again, for those who submitted questions to our website, if almost all of the questions you asked, there are videos on it. I know I mentioned that earlier. The resource of videos is absolutely incredible when you go back and look in the archives. And if you're not a subscriber, just hit the subscribe button. And
here's the question. Let's do this one. By Jan and Ira. I kind of liked it. It says, how do you stay warm in the winter? Any suggestions for elderly people?
Snuggle. Me and Stacy do a lot of snuggling. 17 years of snuggling.
But let me tell anybody, this is the trick. Because Doug and I rode Harleys for years, and the trick to anything to keep warm is to layer.
Yeah.
You layer, wear like an undershirt, then
now
wear
their mom
a long
probably
sleeve
told them that.
I'm just telling you, because if you get warm, you can just take something off. Same thing with your socks, your long johns, your pants. You layer. I always have extra gloves. I have earmuffs. Earmuffs are my go-to. I have to have earmuffs. I wear earmuffs for everything. But layer.
And so, yeah, the link for the sun oven is going to be posted on the video as soon as it uploads after the live show. We also have it in every single video on any video you click on. If you go into the description box, it'll be right there. But it's www.sunoven.com/Doug Stacy.
Yeah.
I was gonna mess that up.
And then there looks like, can you guys see that on the corner? It looks like there's a ghost in here. Right?
Yeah, I think it's a reflection. There's some kind of a reflection going on.
Now it's on your face, yeah.
Oh, I think it's a lamp back there.
Yeah.
The lamp that's kind of between us.
All right, so we're going to do a few more questions out of the live chat area. If you guys have them, please ask them in all caps.
Write them big so we can see
and then we're going to wrap it up. Let's see. Will you do an update on the Freedom Rangers? Yeah, the update is they're huge and they're going to get butchered, so there won't be much of an update on them.
Yeah, because we had eaten them before, but they're
like 10 pounds.
No, they're huge. Well, we'll weigh them and
we'll
let
weigh
you
them
know.
for you guys.
But I'm going to tell you, I am never, ever Cornish cross again.
Right.
I love these guys. They are out.
Hardy bird, not
out.
One broken leg, not one sickness, not one poopy butt.
They forage good.
Beautiful
they lay around.
birds.
I just really do like them.
As a matter of fact, if you guys watch our video yesterday, I'll link that right here. That you'll see the birds coming out of the chicken coop when I was talking about a way that you guys could possibly save money on your homestead. And a lot of those chickens that were coming out, those burgundy colored chickens, those were the Freedom Rangers. So they are healthy.
Burgundy. That's like a purple color.
Whatever, maroon, whatever, red.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
Maroon. Maroon's purple too.
I'm colorblind. But you know what I'm saying. But you'll see them running out of the chicken coop, and those are the.
Yeah, they're great. These guys are great. Yeah. Oh, and then I don't know. This was the craziest thing when they were just a.
Oh, they started crowing. Is that what
not crowing. They started mating.
Hey, PG-13 shit.
They were
They are really a good bird.
They really are. I am very, very happy with these birds. Very happy.
All right. So a couple more questions and we're going to wrap it up. Make sure if you guys haven't hit that thumbs up, there's over 400 people, I guess, watching, and it's been stuck at 382. But hit that thumbs up for us, please. It really means a lot to us. I'm watching right now. It says 216 thumbs up. Come on, I'm not seeing it move. So hit that thumbs up. And then if you have a question, leave it in all caps. Do you currently have homesteading ways to produce income other than sun oven? What?
Oh, how we make money.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of videos. All you have to do is type that in, making money on the homestead.
No, how we do it.
And a lot of videos.
That's what we meant. How are we making money besides sun oven? So,
I mean,
like on YouTube, you know how.
Yeah, we make money on YouTube. We make a few bucks. We do.
And I work a couple days a week.
She works a couple days a week. We sell chickens. We sell sheep. I mean, just all the ways we just talked about.
Yeah, lots of ways. And like when we first moved out here, you know, Doug would get fencing jobs or go help people and do different things like that to try to bring in money. So that's the whole thing. It's like if we need money, then we can get money. But we've gotten to the point where we make everything here. We produce pretty much everything here, so we don't have to outsource it to other people. So we really don't have, you know, the bills that we used to have. So it works out. I mean, it's great. I love going to the grocery store and then I just get certain things that I can't produce here, but it's hardly anything as opposed to when I used to go, I'd have to buy everything and rely on everything. So
our favorite nutrition book is the Sally Fallon
Nourishing Traditions.
Great book.
Great book. It has everything in there. It gives you little tidbits and information. It'll educate you about food. There's a lot of recipes in there, very healthy recipes, different things to change, you know, to substitute for that is the healthier choice. It's just a really good book loaded with lots of information.
Yes, we will be selling a cookbook. Don't worry, we're going to.
Now I'm getting it. I'm working on that.
It takes so much, guys. We're just two people over here.
Yeah, no, I'm going to make a cookbook.
We need some video interns. If you guys want to come shoot some video and intern and hang out with us and do some editing and do some chicken chores and stuff like that. We need some more interns for that. And then me and her can focus on making cookbooks and writing our life story up for you guys.
No, but I am going to do, I'm making a cookbook.
Somebody asked about going off grid with homesteading with a bunch of kids. Any advice? And our biggest advice will be do it and do it now. That's one of the regrets that we have, is that we didn't start earlier when the kids were a lot younger. So we would definitely say go for it. Everyone will benefit from you getting out there and doing it and teaching the kids.
Oh, you know what we've been watching? Did you used to watch The Rifleman?
Mm-hmm.
We are now, like, that's our new thing we're doing. It's like, oh, let's watch The Rifleman. So if you guys, we
watch all kinds of old cowboy shows.
They relate so much to what we do.
We learn all kinds of other tricks. That's one of the ways I learned to live off grid too, is I was getting all kinds of old books, and I was watching all these old cowboy
Rawhide
shows.
with Clint Eastwood. We were watching all those because you can watch these shows
and I was like,
and you really get an idea.
Look how they did that. Look how they did that. We got a lot of ideas.
Yeah, and they're really good. And then we were, it's great. So you have to watch.
Send your son our way. We will get him whipped. Yeah, Terrapanua. We'll pick him up. Man, okay, so we're going to kind of wrap it up. We want to thank everyone for hanging out with us tonight. It was awesome. Hopefully, you guys had some good laughs with us. If you're watching this after the live show, it's the replay. Hopefully, you get some good information out of the video. The link is going to be down below if you guys want to get, these make good Christmas presents. If you want to get your wife jazzed up, you can, use the link, save some money, get the Off Grid with Doug and Stacy package. Or if your husband's the cooker, a lot of husbands do the cooking.
Or this could be the one thing the husband does cook with.
That's right. You can start him to be cookies. You can be like, look at Doug. Doug cooks with it. And then Paul, do you want to say anything?
Well, I just again want to thank everybody and wish everybody a wonderful Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And thank you so much for your support this week. We were able to do a lot more internationally because of things, and this is what we've gotten. And for those who aren't aware, you can take a look at our website. We do a lot with the sun ovens and places to help other people, and the way we fund that is through the sales in the U.S. So we're very grateful for all you've done to help us with that, and all of the homestead.
That's easy for us. I mean, we believe in it so much, so it makes it easy for us. Tell one story. I know one time before we close, you were telling me about how you took sun ovens to like a third world country. You can say which one it was, because I'm not for sure which one it was, but how they had to go out and spend hours gathering wood. Yeah. You want to tell that story?
Yeah, I mean, there's places, for example, in some places in Kenya, women now are spending 8 to 9 hours a day just gathering wood to cook with, because there is no wood available. And so when they're able to, and oftentimes that task falls to women and girls, and the further they go away from home, the more susceptible they are to rape and attack and that type of thing. And then when they do get the wood home and they start cooking on it, cooking on those kinds of open fires with the wood and charcoal is the same equivalent of paying the same amount of smoke as smoking 3 packs of cigarettes a day. I mean, it just has a tremendous health benefit. So when we're able to replace 70–80% of that wood and that smoke with the sun, it has a huge effect on the health of women and children, as well as the safety of women and girls when they have to go out again.
And then they can make money because they can stay home more. So it's just,
well, I mean,
love those stories.
We did a project in Honduras where girls were having to drop out of school because they had to gather wood. And when we brought the wood in, a lot of the girls were then allowed to go back to school. So it just, you don't even think of something as like using the sun to help girls be able to do that, but that's what
say hi, Maggie. So. There's Maggie. Maggie's gonna go potty. She's such a good girl. So guys, I mean, when you guys buy a sun oven, it's just not, you're not just buying like something. I mean, this is Paul does a lot of humanitarian work. Proceeds from the sales go to that kind of stuff. So just, kind of keep that in mind as well. I mean, it's all fun and games, but it's like a serious movement, if you will, of trying to just better not only our lives for getting the sun oven, but other people's lives in countries where it really can make a big difference. So let's see. Doug and Stacy, your guests too. Thank you, and have a Merry Christmas. Love you guys. All right, well, that's it. So don't forget to check us out on
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And I'm hoping I'm going to have my project done first thing in the morning, get the video edited and up tomorrow for you guys.
And it looks great. You guys are going to love it. Make sure when you watch the video tomorrow that you give it a thumbs up, because he works so hard and it looks amazing.
Yeah, otherwise I'm going to be in it. All right, we'll see you guys on the next video. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks a lot, Paul, for coming down. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
See ya.
No, really. Video's over. No, really, really.